In this video, I'm breaking out one of the herbicides I've been using for a long time and killed a lot of weeds with, and I'm gonna test it on 5 tough weeds and see how well it works. I'm gonna spray it. I'm gonna show you the herbicide, show you the weeds. We're gonna spray the weeds, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna show you the results in this video. We're gonna know at the end of the video, does this product work well on these weeds or not? Today's video is sponsored by Yardbook. If you need a software for your lawn care business, go to the one I've been using since 2015. Go to yardbook.com and sign up for a free account. Here it is, guys, Blindside. And I was going to say, I have used Blindside more in the past than I do now. But I just got to thinking, I was like, why am I not using Blindside a lot more than I do now? And I've been using Celsius and Certainty mixed together, but Blindside is a great product. It's labeled for some warm season and cool season grasses. And you look at the active ingredients here, it's got sulfitrazone and methylfuron. Well, sulfitrazone is the active ingredient in Dismiss, and then methylfuron is a really cheap herbicide that you'll find is the active ingredients in product like MSM Turf or Manor. And they just put these two together and it makes a great product. Now, what's the downside on Blindside? Well, I mean, maybe slightly costly per application. I mean, not really for spot treating, but maybe there are cheaper products out there, I'll just say that. But with the sulfitrazone in it, you might get a little bit of damage to the turf in warmer temperatures. So you gotta be a little bit careful with it. So in that situation, I typically on my herbicides will mix them at the high rate, but with Blindside, you see there 0.23 ounces. I go above that. I go to about 0.35 ounces, and then I put that in 2 gallons of water. I do add surfactant. Sometimes they tell you to be cautious adding surfactant to Dismiss products because of the turf injury. But I'm trying to control some tough weeds. So we got the surfactant in there, got the Blindside already mixed up. We're gonna spray the weeds, some tough weeds, and we're gonna see how well this product works. This weed is called Lespedeza. I'm gonna spray it. It looks kind of like spurge, but they're really not that hard to tell apart, to be honest with you, if you see them side by side. This one's got a woodier stem, in my opinion, probably maybe a little harder to control than spurge. So let's spray it, see what kind of results we get. Sorry, I didn't video that very well. I was holding the camera with one hand and spray with the other hand. There's plenty of Lespedeza in this area, even though it's kind of a rocky area that I didn't spray. So we'll be able to tell the difference between what I just sprayed and what I didn't spray over here. And I'll try to work on my coordination and being able to hold a camera in one hand and a sprayer in the other. Quick update on this video. I have an editor that edits a lot of my videos, and he was editing a video. He said, Jason, I only see where you sprayed 2 of the weeds, and I think I ended up spraying 6 weeds in this video instead of 5 weeds. And so he's got footage of me spraying the Lespedeza and the broom sedge, but I've lost the clip basically where I went and sprayed the other weeds. Now that's not a big deal as far as the video goes because I'm gonna go back and check on the weeds and show you the results, but just letting you know that there was footage of me actually walking over there spraying these weeds. Can't find the video clip, I guess I accidentally deleted it, but I've got Lespedeza, broom sedge, I think Virginia buttonweed, Bahia grass, spurge, maybe one more, I can't remember. So lost those clips, but keep watching the video and you'll see these weeds after they've been sprayed and see how well the Blindside works on these weeds. All right, and the last weed I'm gonna spray is called broom sedge. You see it right here. It's not actually a type of sedge. You got these real flat leaves. And I'll be interested to see how well it does. This is a terrible weed. I don't like it at all. It's usually an indicator weed of low pH, and I'm gonna try to control it with the Blindside. I have been in the past, sometimes you can pull it up by hand, sometimes you might just spray a small clump of glyphosate and be done with it. I've been told that maybe a high rate of Dismiss, which is sulfitrazone, which is in Blindside, and a high rate of tribute total can be effective on it. I'm testing that out also. But right now we're gonna try it with just the Blindside. Well, let's check on the results of the Blindside. Sometimes I'll do 2 checkups on the weeds, but this time I'm just gonna do 1 checkup. It's been about 7 days since we sprayed it. Blindside is a fast acting product and we got some results and I think we can make some conclusions from the results we got. So let's see what it looks like. I don't remember what order we sprayed these things in on the first part of the video, so we're just gonna show them the way I'm walking up toward them now. So here is the Kalinga, Globe Sedge, whatever this is. You see the one that wasn't sprayed, obviously growing like crazy, the one that was sprayed. Now, my thought is if that gets cut with a lawnmower, it's not gonna grow back for a while. Is it dead? I don't think it's dead. But, I mean, you can't argue with like the results from that. It didn't get sprayed. than that. So did some serious damage to it, and not much discoloration in the turf, or maybe it was slight and it already recovered, I don't know. But you see the green grass around it is looking good. So there's weed number one. I would say that is a good job on that particular weed. All right, what about Virginia buttonweed? That's what mature Virginia buttonweed looks like. All these flowers. What about the one we sprayed? Pretty good. It's not perfect. I mean, this was a gigantic patch of Virginia buttonweed, but you can see that versus that. I mean, it put a hurting on it. I don't know what else to say. It's not dead. I mean, I don't think if you came here and sprayed it with Roundup, I don't think it would die. It did a pretty good job on it. And again, I can see Bermuda grass right there. It's undamaged. So I give that pretty good results as well on the Virginia buttonweed. Moving on. All right, checking out the spurge. You can see what spurge looks like when it's not been sprayed and what it looks like after it's been sprayed. Now there's still a little bit of green in there, but it definitely did a number on the spurge. So you can see untreated, treated. Pretty pleased with that. Again, there's just a little bit in there. Maybe I didn't get great coverage, I don't know, but it damaged the plant severely. And here's the Bahia grass with that huge stalk. That one's actually been broken off. You can see what it looks like with the Bahia grass. And here's the Bahia grass that has been sprayed. So you see even the stalk is starting to turn brown. The plant itself is turning brown. Now, I haven't cut this. It's not just shriveled up and died by any means, but I do think if this was cut, it would not grow back for a while. I don't think it's gonna kill it. I think maybe multiple applications, maybe it would, but I think it would stop it from putting up this seed head as fast, and it's gonna keep it suppressed for a good while. Checking in on the Lespedeza, and honestly, it's pretty disappointing results with it. Now, it did have a little bit of effectiveness on it as far as discoloration. You see here some Lespedeza that has not been sprayed. Change Up is a really good product for Lespedeza. It's got a little bit of a woodier stem to it, and spurge could be a little bit difficult to control, and you see the blind side was just honestly not very effective on it. While we've had some pretty good results so far, I want to show you what I might be the most impressed with this final result, and that's the broom sedge. Now, broom sedge in general is a very tough weed to control, and I knew blindside had some effectiveness on it, but I was just surprised at how well it did. Now, I sprayed this one kind of heavy, I'll be honest with you, but it really did a number on it. Now again, I'm not sure if it's dead. I still see a little bit of green there and a little bit of green there. So I personally think it would take one more application and it would finish this off. I do think left alone this would recover, but fantastic results on a very tough weed, and I think one more application would put it out of its misery. I hope this video has been an accurate representation to show you blindside and test it on a variety of different weeds and show you what it's good at, what it maybe not so good at. It's a very versatile product. I like it. Cool season weeds, warm season weeds, cool season grasses, warm season grasses, sedges, broadleaf weeds. I mean, it is a great product. It's one that I don't feel like I necessarily have to mix with other products. I could just take blindside and spray, or like you could do the blindside and mix it with pro sedge if you want to pick up a little bit of better control on your yellow and purple nut sedge. But by itself, a great product. I hope this video has been helpful for you. If you want to get into weed control and fertilization like me, there's a lot of resources over at lawncarelife.com, including the Weed Control and Fertilization Academy, which is a video course that a lot of people have taken advantage of. Also, the 2024 Lawn Care Life Conference is coming up February 23rd and 24th. I'm going to put a little promo video at the end if you're interested in that. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.